Hello, 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 and we are live. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining me live today. And I just want to be real today and just hit some of those hard press buttons that we all have been talking about, but sometimes we don't even say it out loud enough for other people to hear. And some of these questions, let me know which one applies to you, and let's go chatting and talking in the chat box. Are you working long hours? You're working two jobs and still you're struggling to make ends meet. Then I need you to listen to this and let you know that there's no guilt, there's no shame about this, and know that you are not alone. Are you depending on your credit cards and loans, short day loans, whatever they're called, and they are maxed out? And if this sounds familiar, I need you to sit tight. We'll be talking about that and how to get out of those today. Over time, do pay the bills. If you're one who, you put for those extra hours at work, as good as they are, today I want us to talk about it, right? Because over time, yes, they do pay the bills, but at what cost to your health and to your family time, right? So if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're barely surviving instead of thriving, today is also for you. I want you to listen tight and want you to know this. The truth is that multiple job, maybe you're working two or three jobs, does not guarantee security. It's a good thing to do if that's what you can do right now, but there is another option. There is a better way, and I will be talking about that today. I wanted to imagine, just think about it, right? Where you have income without you burning out. Those are the things I'll be touching on tonight, and I want you to stay tight and listen as we discuss a way out, because a lot of us are feeling the pressure, a lot of us are feeling the pain and the pinch, but there is an option out there. Some of us have heard this countless time without numbers, that there's an option, there's an online option that you can earn income. But the truth is, a lot of us have not really looked into these solutions that myself and so many people have been sharing. Are there things online that are shady? Absolutely. But I wanted to listen tonight. Your girl is here to tell you, open the whole can for you to listen and see the solutions that are available to you out there that can help you. So thank you, and welcome to another live here on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or YouTube, or wherever you're watching me at any of my channels. So thank you for joining me today. So I want you to have an open mind, because I'll be having a real conversation with us. And it's not just about the theory of things, just showing you a PowerPoint or just showing some things, but I wanted to go to our table, have talk, like the bedroom talk, the kitchen table talk, the after the coffee talk, when the kids are gone to bed, the things you look at, the things that come to your mind. Those are the things I want us to talk about today, because many of us are not living the kind of life we want. We are not living the dream, the aspirations that we have for ourselves. Is there a possibility? Absolutely, yes, 1,000 times. But we have to take some step out of where we are to be where we want to be. So I want to ask you honestly, how many of you out there are working long hours? You're working more than 40 hours a week, 80 hours, 60 hours, 50 hours. How many of us are working that? And even sometimes you're doing this two, three jobs. You're moving from one location to another location. Let me know if that applies to you. And listen, there's no judgment. It's a judgment-free zone today, because we are talking about solution. Doing overtime just to keep up with the bills. How many of us have been there? All these things I've been there. That's why both my hands, if I can put my feet up, I will do that, because I've been there. You're living paycheck to paycheck. Before the next pay comes, your account is red. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul, as they say it, right? There is a solution. And some of us are depending on our credit cards and loan just to get by. It shouldn't be. I've gone even as far as being on welfare. There's no shame in that if that's where you are. But what I want to tell you, for someone who have been through all these things I'm saying, that there is a solution. I know this because I've been there multiple times and counting. It's when you're stretched thin, you're exhausted, you're watching your debt bill pile up month after month. Sometimes you're just like, okay, is that bill again? Is that time of the month? You know when they come. And sometimes you're even dodging collection calls, and still you don't have enough to cover your family's immediate needs, even your own, or even give yourself some breathing room. Maybe you can relate, and maybe you don't relate at all. This is still an educational section for you, and I hope it will be informative for you to make a decision to do something beyond just living hand to mouth, just barely getting by and not thriving and not achieving the dreams, the aspirations you want for yourself. There is a way out. And here is the hardest part. It's not just about the money that we make, right? It's the time missed, the time you're not there to be the mom or the father you want to be, the time missed with your children. Because I'm a mom, I speak to moms, right? Um, as an immigrant who came from Nigeria to America, I know what it's like. A lot of us, we work so hard. We work so hard because it's not just about us that are here today, but the family and extended individuals back home. We stretch ourselves thin. We work hard because we want to do all that, but sometimes our health, I'm getting emotional about this, our health and our immediate family, our kids, our spouse, they suffer the downline. Maybe you as a husband, you're not there with your spouse and the kids when you want to, or as a wife, you're not there with your husband or your kids when you want to. We work so hard, and sometimes we're lying at night awake, just stressed out because the bills are there. They're on the table. We saw them, and we don't have breathing room. That is a reality for a lot of us. And we can hide it behind the makeup. We can't hide it behind the nice suits. We can't hide it behind the designer wears. But listen, there is a true solution. The truth is that most of us were taught that the only way to survive is to work harder, get another job, get a second job, right? Do one here, do another here. And then before we know it, we become victims of all these get rich quick schemes that is going out there because we found it as a means to, okay, wave that one and make all those bills and debt disappear. But I want to look at it as real, as someone who have gone through these circles and have come out, that there is a way, there is a solution. Because a lot of us, that no matter how hard we work, when we put in more hours, we grind, we run out of energy. Some of us get so sick, and I've been an example of that. That I work so hard that my blood pressure from nowhere, like reading over 220. That is dangerous. I work in healthcare and I know what it's like when you come to the ER and you're having such an elevated blood pressure. I have a lot of people who have gone through aneurysm and they passed on because they are moving from one job. They never get to rest. Why? The money thing. They have to take care of the bills. That's where a lot of us are. But I want to let you know that your time and your energy needs to be put for you to have a healthy life, need to be conserved, need to be taken care of. You need to have a peaceful mind. But you can have a peaceful mind when you have bills unending coming into the house, right? You can't do that. And how often do your debts keep growing? The debt from 2013, 14, now 2025 is still mounting. You're paying the bills quite all right, but it's not making any difference. There is a solution. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, you work the job, you love your career. Some of us don't even like it, the job we do. But there is a solution. That's what I'm talking about. That when I discover something different, it's brought joy to my life. Just finding out that there is a solution. The fact that I knew there was a solution, I busted into laughter and then it became tears because I like, where has this been all my life that I did not know about it? But I'm glad and I'm thankful to God that when I found this out 4 years ago, it changed everything. And that was the beginning of my journey to recovery. I discovered that doing my affiliate business was a turnaround for me. Going into the digital business world model was a different ball game from the work and the 9 to 5 that I'm affiliated with. All right. So I already do this and seeing life change when a mom as a nurse never see her kids, but doing this business is able to reduce her work hours, and now she can see her kids go to bed, wake up, and able to drop them at school. That is the difference we're talking about. You don't have to be tech savvy to do what I do. You don't need to talk like this to do what I do. People literally, if you speak your native language, your local, colloquial, whatever, it's the digital business age, and you don't want to be left out because there's so many opportunity out there that a lot of us we wave it aside. Maybe we're born by some business venture we went into in the past, or we just don't see it as something we can do because we weigh ourselves too small. We weigh our skill and our capacity and we weigh it so small. I wanted to open your mind to the option that is available to you, that you could do this. I don't have a business background. I've never run a business, but I'm doing this. If you could learn, if you have a dream that you can accomplish, then you can do this business. Imagine being able to earn income even from the comfort of your home. Imagine while you're on your job, you have a business that's running on the background for you. You don't require too much sacrificing of your hours, long hours at work to get ahead. You've been doing that for maybe 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, and you're still where you are financially. Maybe your finances have been like the pendulum, you're up and down 1 year, a few checks here and there, and you're still there. If your financial cycle have not changed drastically from the past 10 years, 5 years, 3 years, 2 years, then you still have an option. You still have a chance to create that change. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I'm talking on how we can get out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle. I'm talking about those of us who are maxing out our credit cards and we're living thin financially. We are strained, we are stressed, we are working long hours, multiple shifts away from our family. There is a solution. That's what I'm offering. And the offer here is that you can learn how to start your own digital business through an affiliate business platform. You're provided the tools, the mentorship, and the coaching to thrive. That's what I do. I've been doing this for 4 years now, and it's a blessing that moved me from working multiple jobs to just sticking to the career in healthcare that I want to do. And so many have been able to change their income level from where they started to where they want to be. It's a tool for you to actualize some of those dreams. Some of us want to buy a house, but we don't have enough income to do that. Some of us want to pay off a mortgage, but we don't have enough income to do that. Imagine having a 30-year mortgage and your income cannot even, I don't know, take you off in another 30, 40 years. Do you want to stick with that and then maybe leave it for your children another burden? You don't want that, right? So the solution here with this business, people are able to pay up a mortgage within 2 years. A 30-year mortgage paid off in 2 years. Can you believe that? It's happening. Those who could not afford to buy a home before because of limited income, with the extra income from this business, they can report that and able to secure enough funds to buy a home. And some is an extra way to get out of that debt, pay off those credit cards, to make life more meaningful. For some, like myself, is to get out of having two jobs, three jobs, right? And have your weekends to yourself and not be working at night or like literally working Sunday to Sunday. The option is available. That's what I'm talking about, that there is a solution. And this gives you the chance to say yes to your family, right? Because now when you're earning extra income, you can now cut back your work hours. Maybe if you're working 60 hours, you can cut it to 40 hours. If you're doing two jobs, the earning from the income of the business can replace maybe your part-time job that you're doing, maybe some 10, 20 hours you're doing somewhere, and that will create time for you to be with your family. In this age, as a mom, and I'm an advocate for being there for your family, because we are growing these children, we want to be there. They grow so fast. I have from young to young adult, and they grow very fast. Before you know what, they are no longer with you. They move on to college, and before you know what, they start their own career, and they're adults that can be on their own. But you want to be there, even while you can have time for yourself, your spouse, because your job should not just revolve around your life should not just revolve around your life, but your job should revolve around you. You should be able to pull and call the shots. That's what I'm offering here. So we are not just saying something out of the bloom. I'm presenting you templates that work. I've been working this for 4 years. It works, and the result is there. The result is clear, and it makes a difference financially. It makes a difference in terms of your time that you will have for you and for your family. Who doesn't want that? I believe you do. I believe you do. And with so many people, it's a global business platform, right? You have a community that you can experience what you want. So you're an immigrant, you're working two jobs, three jobs, and you feel that is the only way you can get the American dream, that Canadian, Australian, UK dream, or wherever you are based dream. There is a better way. Or you're a professional, you're a healthcare worker in the military, a police officer, teacher, whatever it is, a nurse, a doctor, there is an option. You don't have to enslave through the job. You love the career, then you will enjoy it because you now have time. You're not just working because you need the money, but you're working because this is your calling. It becomes a thing of a purpose, not just all right, I need to do it and I'm waiting for the next paycheck. No, there's a difference, because you know that yes, you work, you'll be rewarded for the value you provide, but you're not dependent on the money that comes there as your sole way of maintaining and keeping yourself. So I want you to get yourself out there, do something different. So I'm not just saying that yes, it's going to be like a magic one that you boop, 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 and then overnight you have it. No, it takes energy, right, to make things work. It takes dreams for you to make your dreams come true. But guess what? You're not doing it alone. You have me, you have the community, you have training that you can do on your own terms. It's not going to tie you down from your job. You are building something that is yours along your career, your job right now. So if you're tired of the circle of debt, long hours, and missed moments with your family, this might be the option that will give you something different, the option you have been searching for. And guess what? Tonight, we have a live webinar that I'm inviting you to. So it's free for you to come and learn, for you to come and check out what we have to offer. This way, you know that, okay, there is an option beside my job. There is an option beside what you're doing right now, that there's a solution for something beyond you right now, the job that you do. So they a better way out there. That's what I'm trying to say, that this is a better way. You're creating your business. Your income is not going to give you the kind of financial freedom and wealth that you want, but having a business is a way to create that along with your career. And when you match both of that, you're having different streams of income coming in. You're not just dependent on your paycheck, and you're not just, oh, I have two paychecks because I have two jobs. guess who is the multiplier there? You. If you break down, those two paychecks disappear. But when you have a business and a job, your energy, your health is conserved, right? And you can achieve much more. So if you are open to learn more about this affiliate marketing business I'm talking about, this business opportunity, send me a DM or put yes in the comment section and I will follow up with you, give you access to our webinar. We go live 8 p.m. Eastern time, and I hope that this information I've shared with you tonight is going to help you create the change you are looking for. So, friend, I will share more of this because I know that you struggle. I used to struggle, in all this area that I touched about. And since I found this business opportunity, it gave me that relief I was looking for. And I also know that there is a way forward for me, for you, and any of us looking. So don't walk away from this thinking, oh yes, one of those things. No, don't wait until you are completely burned out. Don't wait until you no longer have a way of taking care of yourself, living hand to mouth, barely surviving, straining yourself. Take a step today. Send me a DM, and I hope I see you in the webinar. So thank you so much for sticking with me. Have a lovely evening, and bye bye.